Today, our topic is the best modern Stoic thinkers you should know. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy, but it is still very relevant today. Many modern thinkers have taken the ideas of Stoicism and applied them to our modern lives. These thinkers help us understand how to live with calm, courage, and wisdom, even in difficult times. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot control. This simple idea can change how we live our lives. Let's talk about some of the best modern Stoic thinkers and what they teach us. First, let's talk about Ryan Holiday. Ryan Holiday is one of the most famous modern Stoic thinkers. He has written many books about Stoicism, like The Obstacle is the Way and Ego is the Enemy. Ryan Holiday explains Stoicism in a way that is easy to understand. He uses stories from history and modern life to show how Stoic ideas can help us. For example, in The Obstacle is the Way, he talks about how problems and challenges can actually be opportunities. When something bad happens, instead of getting upset, we can ask ourselves, how can I use this to grow stronger? This is a very Stoic idea. Ryan Holiday also talks about the importance of humility and not letting our ego control us. He says that when we focus too much on ourselves, we make mistakes and miss opportunities. His work is very practical, and he gives clear advice on how to apply Stoicism in everyday life. Another important modern Stoic thinker is Massimo Pigliucci. Massimo Pigliucci is a philosopher and scientist who has written books like How to Be a Stoic and a Handbook for New Stoics. He explains Stoicism in a way that combines ancient wisdom with modern science. Massimo Pigliucci talks about how Stoicism can help us deal with stress, anxiety, and uncertainty. He says that Stoicism is not about ignoring our emotions, but about understanding them and not letting them control us. For example, if we feel angry, we can recognize the anger but choose not to act on it. Massimo Pigliucci also emphasizes the importance of practicing Stoicism every day. He says that Stoicism is not just a set of ideas, but a way of life. He gives exercises and practices that can help us become more Stoic, like journaling, reflecting on our day, and practicing gratitude. William B. Irvine is another modern Stoic thinker you should know. He is a philosophy professor and the author of A Guide to the Good Life, The Ancient Art of Stoic Joy. In this book, William B. Irvine explains how Stoicism can help us find happiness and peace in life. He says that one of the keys to happiness is learning to want what we already have. This is a very Stoic idea. Instead of always chasing after more, we can learn to appreciate what we already have. William B. Irvine also talks about the practice of negative visualization. This means imagining the worst-case scenario and preparing for it. By doing this, we can reduce our fear and anxiety. For example, if we imagine losing our job, we can think about how we would handle it. This helps us feel more prepared and less afraid. William B. Irvine's work is very practical and helps us apply Stoic ideas to modern life. Donald Robertson is another important modern Stoic thinker. He is a cognitive behavioral therapist and the author of How to Think Like a Roman Emperor, the Stoic philosophy of Marcus Aurelius. Donald Robertson combines Stoicism with modern psychology. He explains how Stoic practices can help us improve our mental health. For example, he talks about how Stoicism can help us deal with anger, anxiety, and depression. Donald Robertson also emphasizes the importance of role models in Stoicism. He says that we can learn a lot by studying the lives of great Stoics like Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor who faced many challenges, but he remained calm and wise. By studying his life, we can learn how to handle our own challenges. Donald Robertson's work is very helpful for people who want to use Stoicism to improve their mental health. Another modern Stoic thinker is Nancy Sherman. She is a philosophy professor and the author of Stoic Wisdom, Ancient Lessons for Modern Resilience. Nancy Sherman focuses on how Stoicism can help us build resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from difficulties. Nancy Sherman says that Stoicism teaches us how to be strong in the face of adversity. She talks about the importance of self-control, discipline, and courage. Nancy Sherman also emphasizes the importance of relationships in Stoicism. She says that even though Stoicism teaches us to be self-reliant, we still need other people. We can find strength and support in our relationships with others. Nancy Sherman's work is very inspiring and shows how Stoicism can help us build a strong and resilient character. Finally, let's talk about Pierre Hadot. Pierre Hadot was a French philosopher who wrote about Stoicism and other ancient philosophies. His book Philosophy as a Way of Life is very influential. Pierre Hadot explains that ancient philosophy was not just about ideas but about living a good life. He says that Stoicism is a way of life that requires practice and discipline. Pierre Hadot emphasizes the importance of spiritual exercises in Stoicism. These are practices that help us transform ourselves and live in accordance with nature. For example, meditation, self-reflection, and mindfulness are all spiritual exercises. Pierre Hadot's work helps us understand that Stoicism is not just a theory, but a practice. It is something we must work on every day. These modern Stoic thinkers have taken the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and made it relevant to our lives today. They show us how to live with courage, calm, and wisdom. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot control. It teaches us to appreciate what we have and not to be afraid of difficulties. Stoicism is not about being emotionless, but about understanding our emotions and not letting them control us. It is about building a strong and resilient character. The modern Stoic thinkers we have talked about today and holiday, Massimo Pigliucci, William B. Irvine, Donald Robertson, Nancy Sherman, and Pierre Hadot help us understand how to apply Stoic ideas in our modern lives. Their work is practical, inspiring, and full of wisdom. If you want to live a better life, you should study their work and practice Stoicism every day. Remember, Stoicism is not just a set of ideas. It is a way of life. By practicing Stoicism, you can become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You can learn to face life's challenges with courage and calm. You can find peace and happiness in the present moment. This is the power of Stoicism, and these modern thinkers show us how to use it.